who we are as a person changes. Our goals change. Our identity changes based on what we learn, based on how realistic the world seems after we go through certain lessons in life. Without these lessons in life, without the lack of inertia that life naturally brings, no development could be possible. The world is an ever-changing field of possibility in which each blade that one may call soul is rubbing up against another one. And every single connection between blades of grass that are souls affects every other blade of grass on the other side of the field. And what that, if we're going to extend this analogy further, what that blade of grass does in one part of the field has lasting effects on the rest of the field. The difference between grass and humans, of course, is that one is stationary and we are ever changing, ever moving. And our understanding of ourselves is non-corporeal. It's ethereal. It's hard to grasp because we have this great potential to change. Thus, we do change. Thus, we are captured by this constant momentum of time. Time carries us forward. Time challenges us. And time gives us something to be relative to. In truth, I don't believe time exists ultimately. I don't think in the ultimate form of God, beyond creation, once we reach that perfect state, once we join with God again, that time exists. I think that it stops existing when creation stops existing. So the spirit beyond creation, in Hinduism, that's how I understand God beyond creation as. Once you get to that point, then time basically has nothing to be relative to because everything is in a constant state of infinity, a constant state of progression, a constant state of basically a lack of inertia. And because of this, our spiritual growth can always be determined by our relation to basically changeability. If we are changing in a positive light, if we are changing in a way that brings us closer to perfection, then this changeability will feel good. As we progress in life, we will feel our goals going higher and higher. We will feel happier and happier, more content at least, to greater and greater degrees. But if we have a negative relationship in our changeability, in our relation to time, then we will feel our lives slipping away more and more and more. And this is what happens to most people, is that their lives slip away more and more and more, and they feel it more and more and more. But eventually, a lot of people wake up, and sometimes it's too late, but a lot of people wake up, and they decide, okay, my life is not going the direction I wanted. Even if you're 70, 80, 90 years old, you still have the ability to see, wow, I've wasted so much of my life. And it's not too late by that point. You just have to figure out what your goals are, what you've learned in your life, and how you can progress as a person, as a soul, even further, to benefit, like I believe in reincarnation, so to benefit your future lives, but also the world. We should always try to leave the world in a place that is better than it was before we came. We don't have to think of ourselves as egomaniacs do. We don't have to think that we can change the world individually and we matter more than other people. Everybody matters the same amount, and everybody can have the same effect if we just put into practice our highest ideals. And our highest ideals, goals, they become clearer and clearer the more we learn, the more we experience. My goals are to get my book published, to reach ever greater heights of spiritual knowledge, and to basically try and help people as much as possible through my ability to write. As far as my progression in these goals, I also want to help people on YouTube. That's why I'm making this video. I want to help people through YouTube. But as far as me achieving my goals, that's my own personal path. I feel like I am progressing in them, but this video is not really about me. I'm just giving some examples. And it's all about little steps sometimes. It's never okay, there's the mountain, cross this valley right now and mount it. No, it's about learning how to bridge these gulfs. It's about learning how to walk the path through the valley. If you want to be a writer like I do, then you probably need to go to school. And I left college a while back, and I'm thinking about getting back into it because getting a degree would help me very much in my endeavors, to put it plainly, to put it simply. And if you want to be a writer, you of course have to read. That's another step. Read more and more and more. Another step would be to hone your ability by writing as much as possible. You know, this is just an example of what I need to do in order to be a better writer, in order to accomplish my dreams. But it's about understanding those small steps, those small goals, in order to reach a larger and a bigger goal, and to reach your destination of what the goal is supposed to bring to yourself and the world. And it isn't easy for most people to even figure out why they're here. Why we are here, what our mission is, what we want to do with our lives. I'm lucky enough to have a really strong sense of what I'm here to do. But it didn't come immediately, and it didn't come without knowledge that I gained over time. It came with greater and greater understanding of how I can help the world and what my skills are, and how I can develop other skills that I simply don't have yet. And, you know, not everybody's born with the skills or with the tendency toward proficiency in a certain skill that they want to use in whatever path they're following. So sometimes you have to develop those skills. Like being a writer. I had a tendency towards being able to write, but developing the skill, it's basically like I didn't have the tendency at all, because I've been trying to develop the skill with all these strategies that have helped. So even if I didn't have any at all at the beginning, then I could have advanced my ability with the goals, with the tactics that I'm using now. But what I want to conclude this short video with, is that find what tears you away from torpor, what tears you away from inertia, what tears you away from not realizing a purpose in your life. Work towards, if you don't feel like you have a purpose, or you don't understand your purpose, or you're not sure what your purpose is, find some kind of purpose. It doesn't have to be huge. It can be a good father, be a good friend. It can be something like that, and then add on other purposes if you want to add on more. But it can be something very simple. To be a good baker. It can be anything. Whatever you think your purpose is, try and find it. And then develop these small goals, these small tactics that are part of a bigger goal, a bigger destiny that you see for yourself, that you see as being your purpose. And, you know, some people believe that we're born with destiny, and some people believe that we shape our destiny. I think it's somewhere in between, to be honest. That's just my personal opinion. And just find your purpose. Find your purpose. Find out who you want to be, and try to become that person. And that's basically all I got to say. Thank you very much for watching this video, and this has been a video basically about goals, our place in the world, and purpose. And I hope you enjoyed this, and feel free to subscribe, and I'd love a like. Thank you very much.